Hello and welcome back to the NA Salt Mine. I am your host, Brian. We head back up to visit the top of the table today, and to a series that can't affect the standings but is yet very significant. Let me say thank you to our sponsors Zydax and Intel. Their generosity has enabled this salt mine to operate. So please visit the links below. Firstkiller is still undefeated in the salt mine, and has extended his NA win streak by 6 series. Today is a chance for him to show that the league is no challenge for him. While Lethamyr will not be able to reach first place with a win today can take away the perfect run from first, take away his win streak, and show that he is not an invulnerable final boss for the gauntlet. It's hard to call what will happen, so let's just pass this production over to Johnny.
Firstkiller's streak lives, but he faces his toughest competition yet, Lethamyr, trying to dethrone the current league leader. And not only that, he's trying to do it with a sweep so that he can take that top spot going into the playoffs. It's going to be a difficult ask, of course. I don't think anybody expects a sweep in this series. But a few people have been predicting Lethamyr to come away with a win here. Will he be able to handle the mechanics of first? I know that both these players would love to get a win here, and it goes without saying, but especially in a matchup with this much on the line, well aware that even if they do not have a close match today, they have to play again, potentially, in the grand final of the playoffs. So Firstkiller, if he gets even a game win today, will be in that grand final. Final boss of the entire tournament. He's still yet to score, but now that will change. Lethamyr way off his goal line, and Firstkiller just scoops it over the top of him. We're just going to get a really quick destroyed party as well. Don't mind that. It's a very aggressive way to tell somebody that the party has been broken up. Should be 2-0 here for Firstkiller, and it is. Lethamyr not off to a good start here. And I do wonder what kind of match we'll see from Leth if he doesn't get the game 1 win. Of course, that would mean that he's no longer able to get top seed, but he'll want to get the win against Firstkiller anyway. But how much of his strategy will he try to hide from first if there is no more placement to play for? Just $100 for the win, and also the pride that comes with this matchup. Firstkiller's not only got his 6-0 league streak alive, but also his much longer streak of wins against North American players in official show matches. It should be 3-0 here. Firstkiller catches Lethamyr right on spawn. Look at that from Letho. Nice recovery. So he knocks the ball clear. There's actually going to be 2 players, I think. Well, both players here trying to hide their strategies from each other, not just Firstkiller. Lethamyr as well. Nice dodge. Getting heights on the ball to rebound it in. And Lethamyr's finally on the board in game 1. Firstkiller so far during league play, it's not just dominated with brutal ground plays. He's had some very nice aerial plays at times as well, but it has been his speed. It's been his #1 asset. That's a great adaptation of the kickoff though by Lethamyr. Goes late and to the left because he saw Firstkiller diving across the face of the ball on a previous kickoff. But take notes, everybody, if you loosen your kickoffs in ones over and over again, just try doing what Leth does. He never does the same thing twice in a row. Always mixing things up, keeping his opponent guessing. Firstkiller, early challenge, knocks the ball away, but Lethamyr has a boost advantage here. And he's very often able to turn boost advantages into goals. It might not be now or 30, even 30 seconds to a minute from now. Could be further in the future, but eventually it does happen. That's almost a goal for first. It bounces up off the post. Lethamyr escapes a scare. Careless of him to give the ball away so easily. Right back into Lethamyr boost control mode. Half flipping away into the corner. Lethamyr just trying to deny all the boost from Firstkiller in the back corner and eventually turn that into a goal. Is this going to be it? Lethamyr shoots high and he takes the lead. 2 minutes and 6 seconds left in the game, and it's been all Lethamyr for the past minute or so. Firstkiller with only a couple of possession plays, which were both easily shut down by the league's sole Canadian representative. He's Really got a lot of people cheering for him in this match. Of course, the entire nation of Canada, but also many Americans and European fans, reminding everybody that he still is, and always has been, it would seem, one of the top ones players in America. Firstkiller might be the top ones player in North America. 3-all. Walks in another easy goal. Lethamyr needs to be careful. That's not the first time this game that he's given a ball to Firstkiller for free. Both players actually switching up their kickoff there. Firstkiller didn't want to lose it the same way as earlier, so he tried to hit it a bit more softly. Lethamyr gets his pass to himself, intercepted. Now Firstkiller's got some space. And the flick barely gets stopped by Lethamyr. It is a good stop though, and he's now bumped Firstkiller on the recovery. Firstkiller dodges away from the ball. Lethamyr has space, but he puts it wide. That was a chance, and it still is a chance for Leth. Beautiful bounce dribbling. Wide open top left corner, but Firstkiller gets there. The power was just not enough from Lethamyr, but the boost steals still coming in. Firstkiller wants to challenge. He's sick of this pressure. He wants to play Rocket League instead of defending Simulator. Heavy touch by Leth, but he catches up to it. Mind games it at the near post. Did not want to dodge into a 50-50. This late in the game. One goal might be all it needs. No flip shot by Leth, saved by First. And now he's away on the counter-attack, and just like that, Lethamyr is 1 goal down. Brilliant defense by Firstkiller, who's been stuck in that final third of the field for most of this game. You know, we talked about his speed earlier. I think his goalkeeping and his just overall defensive work has been exceptional throughout this tournament. Such a difficult player to score on. He forces mistakes from his opponents because they know if they don't go all in, and if they don't push themselves to what they're absolutely capable of, the limit of what they're capable of, then they're probably not going to score. And that is what allows Firstkiller so many easy goals, where he's walking the ball into open nets after his opponent takes himself out of the game. That's a nice shot by Leth, but Firstkiller again saving everything here, and another one straight down the middle, denied by First. That might have been Lethamyr's last chance. It's already a 2-goal lead for First, and that time wasting will do the trick. So he locks in first seed in the league already. Still have $100 and pride to play for. Firstkiller is your #1 player.
Game 1 goes to Firstkiller, but don't let that make you think same old and write Leth off. He's made a habit of losing game 1 then becoming competitive afterwards. Then again, Firstkiller isn't exactly like the other players that happened to.
Well, I think that says it all. Lethamyr trying to hide the strats should these two run into each other again in the playoffs. And maybe also trying to throw Firstkiller off his game here. He's running with the Rainbow Scarab. It's a long time since I've seen one of them. It's a great goal to start off game 2 though from Firstkiller. He seems unfazed by the monstrosity that is before him. I know that Lethamyr is still absolutely trying to get a win in this series. He told me before that he thinks that he's got a pretty good chance even in this car. It's not a complete troll pick, but Firstkiller's playing well here. That's some perfect offense to start off the game. No chance for Lethamyr to save either of those shots. And thinking back to how game #1 ended, there were definitely chances for Lethamyr to shoot more dangerously. He tried to play his shots very safely at the end of that game, and that allowed Firstkiller to make the saves that he's so well known for. Difficult for others, but not for him. Tight angle position at the near post, but Firstkiller fakes a shot, cuts in field, and with 4:20 on the clock, he's already up by 3. Lethamyr tried to dive in. The pretty funny landing there by Leth as well, but he was trying to dive in front of the ball, assuming it would be a shot. Oh, and Firstkiller with the salt. Even though he's ahead, he says he uses Scarab, so he's an excuse if he loses. I imagine that Firstkiller has intentionally written that in team chat, which, or rather in lobby chat, where Lethamyr can read it. Lethamyr would love to be the one to break Firstkiller's streak and take him down when this tournament comes to a close. Firstkiller would also love a win against Lethamyr. He's told me this is definitely one of the players that he looks forward the most to beating. That's a great read by Leth. Difficult position to play from, though. How's he going to react to that trash talk from Firstkiller? He reacted pretty well to Chicken's trash talk in their series, but that was more of the quick chat spam flavor as opposed to the one-liner drop that Firstkiller's put in here. Let's say this match doesn't matter after one loss, having fun with it. No, he's trying to just calm this one down a little bit. Leth is also looking forward to seeing Firstkiller in the gauntlet, it would seem. Firstkiller, of course, will be the final boss in that gauntlet. Every player has a chance to face him. Lethamyr is going to start off in the semi-final. He'll need to beat one player before he gets into that rematch against First. Favorite for that at the moment looks to be Chronic. He's on the rise. Lethamyr, I bet, will be back in the Octane should either of those matchups happen. 4-0 for Firstkiller already. He's going to make it 5. He doesn't have any time for Leth's shenanigans. He's going to try and dispose of him as quickly as possible. Leth says he's going to pay Firstkiller $100 for fun. Or rather, he's going to pay $100 to have some fun in the Scarab. I mean, if Lethamyr wants to, pay me $100 to play 2 games in a Scarab, I would take that. I would definitely, accept that offer. I believe most people would. Firstkiller not having any of it. Not yet, at least. Although, seeing how this is going, I wouldn't be surprised to see him switching things up in the last game, or I call it the last game. The third game, perhaps, is the one to mention. Will he change car? Or will it be more Firstkiller Octane madness? He's had some good shooting in game 2. This is what happens when Firstkiller is allowed to attack for this long in a match. I believe that anyone else is going to struggle to deal with his offense, at least compared to what he can usually do to dilute his opponent's attacks into nothing. Lethamyr looking to disrupt Firstkiller in the midfield, still in the hunt for his first goal in the Rainbow Scarab. Forgot just how loud this boost rail was, but thanks for reminding us about that one, Lethamyr. Good to know. He's just too slow into position here, though, and Firstkiller's got the flip reset for style, and 7-0. 1:59 on the clock as well. Lethamyr was only going to do this car choice for one game. I wonder what he'd go for in game 3. He says Firstkiller's even salty while winning, and now he wants to reverse sweep him in the Scarab. That would be quite the achievement. What else did Firstkiller say here? I know that you guys are all very keen to get your salt intake as high as possible. 8-0, though. This has been brutal for Firstkiller, or for Lethamyr rather. Firstkiller with no mercy, no time for Lethamyr's games. He's playing for the W, and this is just the most one-sided game that Lethamyr's been on the receiving end of, I believe, all tournament long. This is actually becoming quite serious as well. I knew that these two did not have too much love for one another, but I did not realize it was this intense, or I didn't expect there to be this much chat between them. Lethamyr gets his first goal of the game. 1:38 left. Might try to style a couple more before this match is over. Good read on the low air dribble by Firstkiller. The pre-jump forcing Firstkiller to go low there. I do fully expect actually now for Lethamyr to stick with this car going into the next game. He wants to get the reverse sweep on Firstkiller. And overall so far, it seems like Lethamyr is the one who's less annoyed. And are we really going to see a minute of rule number 1? That is amazing. Rule 0, rule 2, whatever you want to call it. It's decided that Lethamyr is going to instead flip onto Firstkiller and do a couple of spins. Firstkiller perhaps getting confused here, thinking Lethamyr is the ball, but that is going to do game 2. Firstkiller just too good this time. Now Lethamyr needs a reverse sweep, or else he will be losing his second series of the Salt Mine NA League play.
Thank you Zydax and Intel for sponsoring the NA Salt Mine. Get a custom PC with Zydax at an affordable price. And get a 5% discount using the offer code JOHNNYBOY. With the direction that second game took, things are looking rough for Leth.
And Leth's back in the Octane. No Scarab reverse sweep, and also no Firstkiller card change. So now we get to see just how possible it is for Lethamyr to get that play. Oh, that's a brilliant recovery. I thought for a second there that he just completely missed that. Lethamyr had a plan. He has been, I think, elevating, I should say, his mechanical ability throughout league play. At the start, he looked capable, but certainly not at the level of some of the other players in the league. But now he really is up there in terms of speed, recoveries, on point, positioning. Does the rest. 1-0 for Lethamyr already. Firstkiller has to be careful here. He might have tilted himself a little bit with all that salt overdose at the end of the last game, but he does get an equalizer with a boomer shot after a kickoff. Lethamyr usually pretty good when the ball bounces directly sideways, but seemed to lose quite a lot of his momentum in that exchange and didn't have any way to catch up to the ball. He's bumped Firstkiller into the boost here. Lethamyr with a touch in the back corner, but it's too late, too dangerous, and Firstkiller takes him out, 2-1. Now, should we see a rematch of this in the future? I would say that so far, the player who has gathered more information from this series would be Lethamyr. Seems to be taking mental note of Firstkiller's kickoff style and what to do against it. Now, of course, Firstkiller doesn't just play the same style every time, so it's not easy win for Lethamyr at all. But I'm more impressed with the information gathering that I'm seeing from him so far. Just testing Firstkiller to see how he reacts to long shots, slow dribbles, plays at the near post, plays into the crossbar. Whereas Firstkiller actually, mostly this game, just capitalizing on mistakes, which doesn't tell you too much, because how are you supposed to force those mistakes when you play again? Let's see though, definitely still a very winnable matchup for First, there's no doubt about that. Every matchup seems winnable for this guy. Lethamyr is clawing back into this one, and he's looking more successful by the minute. And to be honest, in his first match of this series in the Octane and this one, Lethamyr doesn't just look competitive, he looks dangerous. Firstkiller has to keep his eye on him. So I don't think this is even the best that Leth can play. Oh, he's been forced into an own goal. That's well done by First. Don't know how much he knew about it. Was he just playing the ball and looking to set up a dribble? Or did he intentionally get Lethamyr to own goal that? I wouldn't put it past him. He does have incredible awareness and car control. Firstkiller back ahead by 1, 2 kickoff goals in one game. And Lethamyr, you know, for all of his minor adjustments, still letting a few through. That just shows you the sort of consistency, the sort of power the Firstkiller rather brings to the table. I really have got no excuse for mixing these two names up. I guess they sound the same at the end. Not entirely sure if that's a valid excuse. That's the one we're going to go with. Firstkiller throwing the joystick around a bit after that open net miss. He's technically missed another one there, but Lethamyr going to collect the ball at the far post. Still only 1 goal down. Firstkiller almost faking a challenge with a sound cue. He's jumping into the air and forcing Lethamyr to pop the ball earlier than he wanted to. Quick recoveries by First. Trying to air dribble this one in from the near post, and he gets it through. That's a great finish by Firstkiller. Lethamyr not respecting the dunk, not hitting the ball hard enough in the middle. I think he might have taken too long to get into position as well. Firstkiller arrived at that near post rebound surely earlier than Lethamyr was expecting to lead. Dodge by First. He's passed Leth again. You know, if Lethamyr is going to start getting hard reads on First, the first thing to do is make a move earlier, because Firstkiller, when he gets this close, it's unstoppable. It's just really ridiculous what he can do with the ball from close range. And he's too quick again. 6-3 starting to run away with this game. Lock up the series as early as he can. Just looking unbeatable at times, Firstkiller. It seems, based on what we've seen today, that Lethamyr would need to play pretty close to a perfect game to beat him. And it's the same with everybody else in the league that we've seen play against Firstkiller. Chronic had a moment where he matched Firstkiller's speed and looked like he was competitive in that series before it fell apart. Kranovi actually going pretty even, and just like a lot of the other series he's played this tournament, lost largely because of the kickoffs going against him. So I think stylistically Lethamyr has the best chance out of anybody to catch Firstkiller off guard. He's going to need to be on point with his shooting. If he doesn't put the ball top corner with pace on every single shot, just looks like Firstkiller's going to save it. That's already an unreal save just moments ago into the crossbar by First. Lethamyr's still back within one here, and a strong kickoff to the right hand side will give him another chance. Firstkiller's had to go back to goal here. He doesn't have any boost, and he's not getting any momentum either. Lethamyr just walks it in. That was careless by Firstkiller. Getting a bit out of position there, and the landing wasn't the cleanest either. Missed all the boost pads on his way back to net. And it might not be over just yet. Lethamyr going to give the reverse sweep the best go that he can. And of all the ways to beat Firstkiller, surely the reverse sweep would be the sweetest. Firstkiller has space to the left of Lethamyr. Flicks it pretty straight at him though, and Lethamyr's not struggling too much with those saves. Firstkiller lunges back to receive the pass. That was Lethamyr's shot. Oh, Lethamyr just barely staying alive there. Big difference now that he has, because he's on the ball instead of conceding a goal. 38 seconds left. Big kill by Lethamyr with the dodge. He has space, boost, and ball control. What's he going to do with it? He's creeping up slowly, waiting for Lethamyr, or waiting for Firstkiller to commit. It doesn't happen. And it does go top corner. Lethamyr ahead by 1. And this is the sort of thing that you just don't see anybody else doing. He's changed his direction about 5 times on that approach, and Firstkiller didn't know where to go. Unfortunately for him, his reaction time couldn't save him. His kickoff's also not going to save him. 8-6. Lethamyr starts the reverse sweep. Can he close out game 3? Still a ways to go. Firstkiller might be about to cut the lead in half as well. Yes, he is. The revenge kickoff goal. And Lethamyr's going to have to really fight for this one. Can he get control of the ball? Because you know if he doesn't, Firstkiller's going to make a beeline for the wall. Try and get a high-risk play started. It looks like Lethamyr's going to take it under control in the back corner. He's got not much time to waste here. Firstkiller tries to interfere, but it's Lethamyr side to side. And now, all he has to do is put the ball into the ground, and he's got the game won. There it is. Lethamyr gets his first win in the series. It's 2-1 now to Firstkiller.
Leth survives game 3 and extends the series. Firstkiller has yet to lose a second game in any Salt Mine series. If Leth wins one more, he will have done what all the others could not. Pressure is on. Can First close this out, or will Leth draw level?
Game 4. Can Lethamyr do the impossible? Can he beat the player that no one else is beating these days? Some may think that he might be the best ones player in the world at the moment. Lethamyr disagrees. He's going to try and prove a point here. Not just beat Firstkiller, but reverse sweep him, and that's a glorious touch to take the lead in game 4. So casual. Lethamyr just catches the ball and then scoops it across into the far post. Firstkiller's already trailing. It's been Lethamyr on the warpath here, finishing strong in game number 3, now starting strong in game number 4. Like I said earlier, if he can keep up his shooting accuracy, if he can keep up his shooting power, he has a real chance here, but Firstkiller should be equalizing. Nice little air roll shot, and just like that, we're all tied up. The challenge was impeccable by Firstkiller. Lethamyr landed so badly he couldn't even get it back in his half, never mind save the shot. Just like the last game, if Lethamyr does want to win it, he is going to have to work incredibly hard. He's going to need to have this sweat pouring from his brow. That's a team shot by Firstkiller. It's rare that you see one of those. Something that he is so consistent with would be those power shots. Fake jump by Leth. Firstkiller reacts to it well, just takes the boost in the corner. Lethamyr's in this strong spot here. This is what he likes to do, just circling around the edge of the box, stealing boosts, popping shots at the other player's net. It's starting to look a lot like the series that Firstkiller played against Kronobi, where the games are very close back and forth. If we ignore the Scarab match in the second game of the series. And really, Lethamyr has looked pretty equal to Firstkiller overall. Firstkiller finds an opening. Shot is weak though, and that's the second time this game that Firstkiller's power has been lacking. Looks like Lethamyr has gotten under his skin ever so slightly. He's broken his rhythm. He might be trying to take a lead with a power shot imminently. Sets up the full volley, but Firstkiller stays goal side. It's a good challenge angle by him. Unfortunately though, Firstkiller cannot connect cleanly with any of his shots. That's another one that just completely whiffs. Lethamyr uses ball cam on to check where Firstkiller is. Wave dash shot saved. Lethamyr still stealing so many boosts in the back corner. Firstkiller no doubt saving a fair bit, but he's going to need to start saving a lot more shots. So I don't see Lethamyr overcommitting from here. He's playing slowly, he's playing safely, and he finds an opening 2-1. Lethamyr's in front with just half the game gone. Firstkiller creeping out into no man's land. You could tell even he gets frustrated in those positions. He starts to doubt his ability to save shot after shot. He just wants to put a challenge in, get another chance. Oh, Lethamyr, no respect for Firstkiller's off the wall play there. And he's got an open net after the demo. Up early for it, puts it straight down the middle. And he's ahead 3-1. Now, all that trash talk earlier by Firstkiller has got to be weighing on his own shoulders. He knows he's going to look quite silly if he loses 3 games in a row after calling out Lethamyr for not taking game 2 seriously. He kind of did this to himself, because now Lethamyr is taking it seriously. And he's just walking the ball into the net every time he gets it. Firstkiller can't time his challenges effectively. I really do put that down to Lethamyr's ball control. He's not given Firstkiller any easy possession plays. He's not given him any free turnovers of the ball. And that is forcing Firstkiller to challenge in positions he's not really comfortable with. Once again, Firstkiller barely gets the ball clear of danger. Now look what's happened. His boost is gone in the corner. Lethamyr's ready to take the ball again, and Firstkiller can't do anything about it. That's 5-1. Where do you go from here? Firstkiller has got to be praying for the best kickoffs of his life right now, because every time they go into a back and forth in the midfield, he looks second best. Lethamyr, with his unique style that he's always been known for, has completely caught Firstkiller off guard. This is going to be 6-1. Firstkiller's not even close to getting back on this in time for this one. I believe he's just dodged in the wrong direction in the midfield. Double jump by Firstkiller. He tried to dodge, but he's accidentally double jumped. Surely this is a sign of a man who's feeling the pressure. As Lethamyr turns the heat right up to maximum, and now the mind game as well. The near post nearly makes it through. Lethamyr just bullying Firstkiller here, both physically and mentally, but still Firstkiller, with that 2-game lead that he got earlier on, has a good chance in the series. He needs to just forget about this game, reset before game 5, because that is absolutely where we're headed at this rate. And in a very strange series, one which had most of what it had to play for taken away after 1 game. Now, there is everything to play for. So much has been said. So much has been done between these two players. But after all is said and done, we will only have one winner. Firstkiller, he's won the league. He enters first seed into the bracket, but you'll want to get that perfect record, the 7-0, just like Fairy Peak did last year in the Manfield Night 5K. It's Lethamyr, his last challenge. That's given him the biggest challenge. Nobody has taken 2 games off Firstkiller in this entire league play portion, but Lethamyr has just taken 2 in a row. Firstkiller will need a clean restart here, or we will be seeing Lethamyr complete the reverse sweep, break the Firstkiller streak, and send him into the gauntlet with a loss to think about.
Leth takes Firstkiller to game 5, and with that scoreline he definitely has the momentum going into the final game. It is up to Firstkiller to adapt now, but if anyone can undo a reverse sweep it is First. Let's see what he can do about this.
Game 5, the first. Game 5, the Firstkiller has had to play all tournament. He is in brand new territory here. Lethamyr, he's quite well known for his game 5s in his RLCS career. He saw many of them. He's already gone through a couple during league play. Will he get a good start like he did in the last game? Firstkiller not going to give it to him. 1-0. And that's a huge relief for Firstkiller. He now knows that at least he can score against Lethamyr, and more importantly, he can actually get the ball off him. Another chance for Firstkiller. Sharp turn on the wall, but Lethamyr moving in, pressuring the ball even though he doesn't have boost. Firstkiller doesn't get much of a bump on him. Great recovery by Leth. And he is already equalized. And Firstkiller in the corner. I think he went for a demo here. Or no, it's just going to be a bump up high, but there's always the danger when you bump somebody on a curved wall that they just won't go anywhere. They're going to land immediately and get right back in the action. Firstkiller, tight angle kickoff goal, but he slow played it, and Lethamyr dives near post. 2-1 to First. The kickoffs are going through a vicious cycle here. It seems that 1 minute somebody is dominating, then the next minute it's the other player, and right now, in the most important game of the series, it's Firstkiller, who seems to have figured out a winning strategy. Lethamyr sent back onto the goal line. Saved up a bit of boost though. Looks like he's able to take control without too much difficulty, just like earlier in the match. Gives it away just as easily. Saved by Leth. Firstkiller will take his boost on the exit, but he's scared to challenge. He's scared of the 50-50 game against Lethamyr, and rightfully so. Even though Firstkiller's got a solid challenge matchup against most players, he's not had a good time against Lethamyr, who's kept him guessing. Good enough save by Leth for now, but it is one that will force him to make follow-up saves. But you see the respect there by Firstkiller. He doesn't even try the rebound, with full knowledge that Lethamyr probably has that backboard rebound read without any issue. Will we see a tie game here? Lethamyr with a beautiful shot. Look at the height he's able to get on this one. Full volley. Firstkiller motionless on the goal line as it flies in. Really nicely done. I say full volley. It did still have a bit of upward bounce on it after the last bounce. The timing of Lethamyr's shots, always so difficult for Firstkiller to read, unlike other players who he always seems to know about. But look at this, Lethamyr, double save, hanging on here with some brilliant defense. And now, he might have the ball under control, ready to start another attack. Firstkiller, early challenge. Lethamyr reads the shot. I like the mix-up there by First. He doesn't want to keep backing off and giving Lethamyr full pitch dribbles, because Lethamyr just hasn't done much wrong from those positions. That's a great shot by First, off target, but the timing caught Lethamyr off guard. However, the recovery's just not there. Lethamyr's up 3-2. And Firstkiller, if he wasn't already tilted, will definitely not be happy about that. Now, in terms of shot selection, Firstkiller's decided that that wall shot is going in enough of the time for it to be worth the risk. Of course, if he does miss, then it's just going to be a goal for Lethamyr. And that's exactly what just happened. But he counted on himself to hit that the majority of the time. I think he probably is hitting it the majority of the time, but this wasn't one of those times. Lethamyr in control again. Will he go up 2 goals? He's brought it down, keeping Firstkiller guessing. Firstkiller is in a world of trouble. He can't get the ball clear. Lethamyr 4-2. And look at the placement on this flick, straight over Firstkiller's head. That denies Firstkiller any real way to clear the ball while saving it. There's just no momentum on it. There's no angle for him to work with. And now he's in an even worse position than he was before. Lethamyr lands awkwardly. Firstkiller open net. He won't miss that. And thank goodness for Firstkiller that he gets this goal, because if he'd missed that one, that might have just been the end of his ability to stay composed in this matchup. 2 minutes and 9 seconds left. Lethamyr still delaying kickoffs in every second or third one, just to keep Firstkiller guessing. And this is why Firstkiller's so afraid of the 50 matchup against Lethamyr. The timing that Lethamyr's got for just peeling away from the ball and then dodging back into it is so hard to read, and his camera settings have always been a big help in that kind of position. Ahead by 2 again and under control of the possession. Lethamyr can knock a lot of time off the clock here. He doesn't need to force the issue, and I really expect him to just do that. Try and deny as much boost as possible while frustrating the living daylights out of Firstkiller. Is it going to be another goal? Yes, it is. Lethamyr is unstoppable from close range. 1:38 left, and he's doubled Firstkiller's score. You can just see Firstkiller doesn't know where to go. Should he stay grounded? Should he use the wall? He can't make up his mind, and it's because Lethamyr is hitting those shots. Like I said earlier, if he can put those shots top corner with enough power, he's got a great chance in this matchup. It was game 1 when he was not hitting those shots top corner that gave Firstkiller the win. There were chances in that game for Lethamyr, just like there have been in this one. The only difference is now he is taking them. Flip reset attempt by Leth. He's landed poorly. Firstkiller should be getting a goal here. He's taking his time, and he might have taken a bit too much time. Lethamyr's back, and he's in the goal now with 1 boost, just to waste even more of Firstkiller's valuable time that he has left in the game. Firstkiller hits the rebound, and the backboard play here is definitely a smart one by Firstkiller. Great placement as well. He knew the pre-jump was coming. Kept the ball well away from his opponent in the goal. Lethamyr safely losing a kickoff to his own back corner. Look at what happens afterwards. He keeps his car in that position. Now, hang on a second. Firstkiller has got the ball middle, and he's got it into the net. Just too quick in the air. Lethamyr got a piece of him. Firstkiller recovered instantaneously. It's now a long 53 seconds for Lethamyr, if that's his game plan, if he's going to try and run down the clock. But he won't have to from 1 goal, because he's gone and scored another kickoff goal as well. Just like I said earlier, the mix-up is always there. Lethamyr's been delaying kickoff approaches. Now he just goes straight in for the big win, and he gets it. 50 seconds for Firstkiller to score 2 goals, or his North American win streak will be over. It's an incredible tally of wins that he's been able to reach. I actually can't tell you off the top of my head because I've lost count, but I think it's above 20 at least. Series in a row, all wins, and Lethamyr could be about to end it in a reverse sweep in a series where he played the Rainbow Scarab for one of the games. Firstkiller has got no idea where to go. He's just wasted his own time by running the ball into the corner. Lethamyr doesn't need to leave this ball, and he could win the game by just popping it high. That might be it. Can Firstkiller do it? I don't think he's got the time. Lethamyr, with a reverse sweep, has given Firstkiller his only and also his first loss in league play, and thus ends the streak of Firstkiller wins.
It's a series win for Leth, and a more meaningful loss for First, losing his perfect salt mine run, and losing his long-standing NA win streak. It doesn't get much more sweaty than this. Well, maybe it will in the gauntlet. With that we have 2 players on 6 wins and 1 loss. However, First has had better scorelines overall and stays at the top, earning his way to the final of the gauntlet. Leth will have to win a semi-final match to earn the right to face, and maybe beat, First again. Thank you again to Zydax and Intel for sponsoring the NA Salt Mine. Get your own customized and affordable PC from Zydax with 5% off by using the offer code JOHNNYBOY. There is one more game before the gauntlet, and in my opinion that means the time has gone by exceptionally quickly. Chicken and Forky return to play, and finalize the league standings. 4th through 6th positions are all potentially up for grabs. Thank you all for watching today. This is the NA Salt Mine. I am your host and friend, Brian.